Hello friends, today I'll be guiding you through a strengthening and stretching kind of flow. This flow will be for students who are very familiar with the basic inversion, so we do not recommend this class for absolute beginners, but if you're very familiar and fluid with your basic inversions, then this should be fine for you. All right, let's get started. Starting behind your fabric, we'll take a big inhale as you extend the arms up and overhead. Interlacing the palms at the top, flipping the palms up, and just stretching those hands up towards the sky. Chin is slightly tucked, crown of the head reaching up. Let's come onto the tippy toes here, just balancing, stretching, lengthening. And then exhale, hands come down by your sides. From here, come right up against your fabric post. Take the hands in front, palms touch. Hands come back through the fabric to grab your posts for your wrist lock. From here, take a little step back, feet are hip distance apart, and we'll soften forward, coming into our 7 pose. Knees are softly bent, elbows are bent, and we'll just start by rocking gently forward and back. Just starting to connect in here with your breath. So deep inhales through the nose. And exhales can come out of the mouth if you're looking for a little release. Or out of the nose if you're looking to go inward. From here, start to increase that movement from side to side. Swaying slowly or quickly, moving in a way that feels good for your body. And continuing to breathe deeply in and out of the nose. Good. From here, come back to your center point. We'll inhale, come high onto the tiptoes, extend the arms straight, gaze up between the palms and really try to draw your chest down. Draw the shoulder blades back into the sockets and hold here for 3, 2, good. On 1, soften the knees, soften the elbows, come down into a little squat position or a little tuck position. And then we'll inhale, come all the way back to our L position here, lengthening and stretching. High, high, high on the tippy toes. Okay, heels stay off the ground as you bend the knees, soften the hips down, all the way to the earth. And then inhale to stretch. One more time, exhale. Softening down, inhale to stretch. Good. From here, soften the heels to the ground and then round the spine as you roll up to standing. Take a couple of shoulder rolls and then give the fingers a little wiggle here. Just soften the hands, relax them for a minute. All right, now taking the legs wide, nice wide stance. Toes will be slightly in, heels slightly out. And again, we'll fold forward, starting off here with a nice flat back, drawing the chest down. Good, now turn the right toes out towards the right and bend into the right knee. Good, just finding a little stretch here underneath the left leg, the left hamstring, and then switching sides. Left toes point out, softening down. Good, and then both of your toes are pointing out now. We can gently move from side to side, swaying from one side to the other. Again, just finding any movement that feels good for your body, really maximizing the dynamic nature of this practice. Elbows can be bent, arms can be straight, whatever you need. Good. And now perhaps for the last couple of breaths, come down really low. So really let the hip come down towards the heel, stretching it out, and again on the other side. So the great thing about the fabric here is it helps to keep you balanced and gives you a little extra lift when you're switching from side to side. There we go. Come back to center, roll up through the spine, coming to a standing position. Again, a couple of shoulder rolls might be nice. Softening the fingers and the hands. Okay, toes stay out. Now really point the toes out as far as they'll go. Heels in, we'll come down into a little goddess squat. So bend the knees as much as you can, and then really try and lift the chest so back is straight. Good, so we're not putting any weight at all into the fabric, but the fabric makes a nice support system here, allowing you to go nice and deep, and then helping you to balance. Good, option to stay just here, or if you want to lift one heel or the other heel, or perhaps both heels. Good, just creating a little heat in the legs. Good, now from here, hands stay in the wrap, but they're just going to slide out, out, out. Perhaps the fabric comes up above the head. Arms pressing wide, hips going low, fingers reaching out. Good for 3, 2, and 1. Coming up to standing slowly. Heel toe those feet back inside. Give the legs a little shake out. Nice. All right, so from here, we're going to take a big step forward. So you're standing right underneath your fabric line, perhaps even slightly in front of. We're going to bend the knees, and we're going to allow ourselves to come back until our arms are straight and our legs are straight. So reverse plank position. And then we're going to slowly bend the knees, taking the knees down to the earth and pressing the chest forward. Really nice stretch here in the shoulders. As you exhale, it's nice to round the back slightly, and then inhale to drop the chest. Arch the back. Good, then from here, take the hips back to the heels, straightening out the legs, coming back into that L pose. Stretch the fingers, the arms, everything lengthening. Good, now soften the knees, hips come down towards the heels, press all the way back. Reverse plank, option to take a few pull-ups here, so rotating the wrists to face one another, lifting up for 1 and 2 and 3. Bending the knees, coming forward, knees come to the earth, chest opens. Hips to heels, straightening out arms and legs. Stretch through the fingers. One more time. Coming back, reverse plank, 3 pull-ups. 1, 2, 3. Bend the knees. Knees come to the earth. Soften the chest. Good, hips to heels, straighten the legs, stretch it out. Good, now from here, take the heels in, the toes out wide, and we'll come down into a little yogi squat or malasana. And you can just move around a little bit here, just opening up in those hips. Good, and then using the fabric to support you, just let the bottom come down to the ground and extend the legs straight forward. Good, from here we're going to lean back, tuck the knees in towards the chest, and take the legs up to a boat pose. Fabric is so helpful here because it allows us to really lift up through the chest. Option to straighten out the legs as well. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly take those heels to the ground. Good. Now here, just a fun option to get up into our front belt wrap is to do a little pull over. This is definitely a level 1.5. So if you're not quite there yet, feel free to just stand up. So for those of you who want to try pull over, we're going to lift up a little bit, and you can use a little momentum, a little baby kick, to just lift up and over, landing into your front belt wrap. From there, just gently folding down, taking the palms to the earth, and gently swaying the hips from side to side. Good. Take the hands out quite wide and spread the fingers out as much as you can. Forehead comes down towards the ground. Good. Just holding this position for another couple of breaths. Maybe just give the head a little shake out, a little move around, just reminding you to relax through the neck, the shoulders. Just let go of something here. Good, and we'll soften the elbows, take them directly beneath you, allowing the head to come down towards the ground. It may gently graze the earth, or it may not. A nice thing to do with the feet here is if you just gently cross the ankles on top of your bum, and maybe the toes can rest on the back of the fabric if that feels comfortable. Otherwise, just letting them relax right where they are. And really just letting the head be so heavy here. Just feeling the pull of gravity. Really just letting go. It's just amazing decompression of the spine here. And then if you are ready to come out, we'll just uncross the legs, press the palms into the ground, gently pull yourself forward, letting the feet come down to the earth, and then slowly round up one vertebra at a time. Once you get to the top, just take your hands into a little fist and just give your hips a little massage. All right, I'm just going to turn the lights on here. It's dark. 1 second. Okay. All right, where were we? Right here. Take the hands and arms up and out of the fabric, take a step back. We'll take our right ankle into the loop, hands to hips, and just sway that leg from side to side. Nice. And then take the leg directly in front of you. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, slowly folding forward. Chest comes down towards the thigh. Hands can grab the fabric or ankle or toes. Foot stays flexed. Option to gently press forward and back. And then your next inhale breath takes you back up. From here, grabbing the fabric post with your right hand. Left hand opens as you swivel on your left toes. We'll inhale the left hand up and over, reaching for the fabric post, and then pressing both arms straight. Really work on drawing your right shoulder forward, your left shoulder back. And just breathing into that stretch. Really feeling the stretch come all the way from your left hip and really lifting that left shoulder up, up, up towards the sky. Good option to slide your right hand down towards the feet. Maybe left hand can come a little lower. Maybe right hand comes down to the inner right thigh as you continue to extend and press the left hand into the fabric. Good. Inhale brings you up. Right hand grabs the fabric post as you turn back to face the front side. Left hand will grab, right hand opens in the opposite direction. Gentle twist here. Nice. Turn to face the front side. Grab both of your posts. We'll do a swing to switch. So just lean back, take the left foot in if you have enough space for this. I don't know what your home setup is like. Inhale, reaching the palms up towards the sky. Exhale to fold over your left leg. Little micro adjustments with the breath, really working on squaring off the hips, drawing that left hip back into its socket. Good option to gently flow forward and back. Good. Roll up to standing. Left hand grabs the post, right hand extends. Right toes turn out to a 45-degree angle. Right hand comes up and over to connect to your post. And then work on straightening both of the arms. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. And then option to slide the hand down, or perhaps take the left hand down to the inner left thigh as the right hand comes up and over. And then slowly lift up, left hand grabs. Turning to face the front side, right hand holds, left hand opens up. Gazing towards the left fingertips, and again, really working on extending that energy out through the hands, pressing in both directions. Beautiful. Taking back, hands back to the fabric. We'll just lift the sole of the left foot onto your loop and then hop forward so that you're directly underneath your fabric line. We're going to reach the hands up high, extend the left leg straight, and then we want to slowly lift the right foot off the ground so that we're not swinging at all. Both feet come into the fabric post. Good. From here, we'll do 5 to 10 mountain climbers, your choice. So we're just going to come all the way up, elbows or chest to hands. And then down. That's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 5, 4, and 5. Option to do a few more if you like. Once you get up there, just grab the fabric posts with your elbows and give your hands a little shake out. From there, we're going to take the feet and press them wide. So stepping into the fabric as wide as you can and then coming up to a standing position. Just trying to hold that pose for a few breaths, engaging your outer leg muscles, your adductors. Holding here for 3 and 2 and 1. Let those feet slide back down. Hands come all the way back down, either level with the shoulders or lower. The lower your hands, the deeper the back bend is going to be. We're going to come into a flying back bend here. So simply leaning back, arms will straighten, and once you're in position, we really want to lift the hips up and arch the chest. To come out, soften the knees, and then slowly lift up, head and neck last. Again, you might want to grab the post and just give your fingers a little wiggle out here. All right, to get down, we're going to grab that post right by our shoulders. We're going to take our feet out and then just let ourselves hover here. So your elbows and your arms are squeezing in towards your body, and then lower yourself down as slowly as you can. So reverse push up there. Your hands will just come down. Hands are behind you, fabric is still over your arms, and we'll just walk forward, allowing the arms to softly bend so the fabric is caught in your elbows. And then you can relax the head forward, really drawing the shoulders back. And then just get a little lost here in this really amazing shoulder stretch. Feel free to move, to wiggle, bend the knees. Good, slowly make your way out, rolling up to standing. We'll take the thumbs, slide them down the silk, just place that fabric right beneath the shoulder blades, just where your bra line would be, coming into our thoracic wrap. Take a little step forward. If you're not in front of your fabric line, make sure you are. Bend your knees and then lean back. So just gazing up, making sure there's a straight line of the fabric, and then dropping the hips down as you allow the chest to reach up towards the sky. Take the hands behind the head for a little support for the neck, a little pillow with the hands, and then shuffle the feet out wide. We'll bend into one knee and then the other, just taking this nice little sway. So I really like to think of my fabric like my massage therapist. So when it starts to really dig into those places that might feel a little uncomfortable, just know that it's really releasing that tension that we hold. So much physical tension in our bodies. And it often feels uncomfortable to release, to let go, to really soften into those areas of discomfort. But the more you are able to, the more benefit you will get from your practice. Good. From there, come back to center, shuffle the feet together. We're going to straighten out the legs and then drop the hips, arch the chest, press the shoulders or elbows wide, wide, wide. From here, we'll just exhale, round your head forward, just giving your head a gentle pull, hopefully finding a nice stretch for the back of the neck, making sure the elbows are outside of your posts. Good. Inhale, straighten out the legs, lean back, elbows wide. Exhale, forward. Inhale, elbows wide. Lean back, exhale, forward. This time we'll inhale, come back, release the palms, take them up and over your head, reach back, arch back. And then soften the knees here. We'll come into our rocket pose. Fabric will catch the shoulders. Coming onto your tippy toes, making sure your tailbone is down, your belly button is hugging in towards the spine. Your body is straight and strong. And we'll just flow 2 or 3 times, inhaling, arch back, exhale. Inhale, arch back. And exhale. Come forward. Good, soften the knees. Hips down. We'll grab the fabric post with our elbows wide. And if you need to just readjust that fabric here for a moment, feel free. We're going to do a little core work. So again, dropping the hips down. We're going to start by drawing the arms behind the fabric. You've got one hand on opposite post. And we'll start with our right knee in towards the chest. And we'll slowly switch. So pressing the fabric away from you, drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. We'll just switch. Keep switching. Nice. And then take both feet down. You can reach your hands up towards the sky. And then take one knee down towards the ground, sliding it back until your left leg straightens. So right knee will be back, left leg straightens. And then press the top of the right foot into the fabric. Again, take the hands behind the head. Make a little pillow and stretch it out. Switching sides, so hands grab the fabric post. Right foot comes forward, left foot slides back, right leg straightens. Press the top of the left foot in. So notice how my left toes are not tucked, but the top of my foot is down on the ground. And you should feel a nice stretch in your left hip here. Good. Last thing here from our thoracic wrap. It might start feeling quite intense at this point, which is great. It really means we're getting in there. So this time we're going to take both of our knees down towards the ground for a supported camel pose. From there, just slide the hands up, pressing into the fabric, taking the crown of the head back. Option to stay here or to go deeper, you just press forward into your extended cobra. Soften the knees and take the feet to the earth. Using the arms, pull yourself up. Good, just take a little ragdoll. Fabric comes in front of the shoulders. Just lean forward, sway side to side. Rolling up to standing. And now coming into our back belt wrap. Here we go. Thumbs grab the fabric post, sliding those thumbs down to the base of the spine, the top of the hips, or sacrum. Slowly transitioning, leaning the weight of the body into that fabric. Knees will come wide, hands slide up the post, legs do a big straddle. Hook the feet, face side of the silk. Once you feel or you are secure, release the palms down to the ground. Flip the palms up and let the back of the hands touch the earth. And again, just take a moment to pause here. Good, invite little movement, sway to sway, sway to sway, side to side sway. Again, we really get the most benefit of these inversions if we can truly relax. Good, and if you've been doing inversions and you've been feeling a lot of pressure in the spine, I really recommend trying it with the fabric a little bit lower, kind of on your bottom or your glutes. We really don't want that fabric in the spine. Good, from here, walking the palms forward. Firmly planting them into the ground, and again, just letting the chest draw back. I like to take my hands wide. That allows me to open through the shoulders a little bit more. But find your perfect, most comfortable place to be. And breathe there. Take the hands back underneath the shoulders. We'll hook the feet around the post. So just gaze up. Make sure your ankles are directly in front of the fabric posts. And then we're going to come into our handstand. So pressing into the earth at the same time, sliding the feet up towards the sky. Making sure those feet are secure against the fabric post. Squeeze your inner thighs together. And then really try and draw the hips or the tailbone up towards the sky, drawing the rib cage in. And balancing here. Keep the legs as they are. Release the hands from the ground and just give yourself a little move around, a little dance here in your skydiver pose. Interlacing the hands behind the back, drawing those hands down. Good. Again, wiggle, shake, move. Do whatever you gotta do. Good, we're going to come into our king pose. So again, this is a little advanced. Feel free to take it or leave it. So keeping the back of the legs glued against the fabric post, we'll just bend the knees so that the heels come down towards our bottom. From there, we're going to pull or lift up, engaging the core, grabbing the fabric post above the knees, and then very slowly walking the hands up high, straightening out the legs and lifting up into your king pose. Good. From there, let's do a couple of ankle rolls. Feel some of that blood flushing back into the feet after our inversion. Good. Now allow the knees to bend. Soften the hips down. Really try and tuck the tailbone down as you draw your belly button in. Good. From here, we'll come into our ninja pose. So we're going to straighten out the right arm and right leg, and then switching sides. And just playing around there a couple of times on both sides. Opening up through the hips. Oh yeah. And then when you're ready to come out, we'll take the knees towards one another. Lean back. Slowly slide the hands down towards the knees. Letting the head come down, fingertips to the earth, and then bend the knees, opening the knees wide. From here, we'll come into our inverted dancer pose. So extend the left leg out to the left-hand side. Rotate the leg behind the back, bend the knee. And then reach back with your right hand. If you can easily grab with the right, grab with the left too. And just breathe here. Releasing that side. Make sure the leg comes all the way out to the left-hand side. Bending the knee, hooking on the front side. Right leg extends, rotates all the way behind the back. Bending the knee, left hand grabs, right hand grabs. And then really kick the foot away from the body, opening through the shoulders too. Release. Fingertips to the earth, right leg extends to the right, bend the knee, both feet face side of the fabric. Just taking a last little move around, little shake here. And then gaze up towards the ankles, grab the fabric between your thighs. Extend the legs to a straddle, and now walk the hands up the fabric. High, high, high. We're not going to come down just yet, we're just going to do a little core exercise. So take the feet together up towards the sky. And we're going to take the right leg down as the left leg stays up. And we're just going to do a few little switches. Good, so notice that my head is above my heart and my arms are straight. So my arms are high enough up the fabric to keep me lifted here. Good, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, both feet come up towards the sky. Now, if you want to try this, give it a shot. We're going to try balancing. So taking the legs down. Whew, haven't done this in a while. Oh, trying to balance here. Super engaged, whole front side of the body. Nice. When you're ready to come out, option to take the feet down to the ground, or perhaps you're feeling like a little back flip out, slowly taking the feet down to the earth in that direction. Fabric comes in front of the shoulders. Ragdoll pose. Slowly roll up. Nice. Okay, from here, standing in front of the fabric, we want to hook our right ankle in. So whichever way is easiest for you. I like to just bend the leg, hook it in. And then we'll inhale. Exhale to flow and fold forward. Good, hands come down to the earth. And we're immediately going to bend the left knee, coming down to the ground for an alligator pose, pressing back, palms firmly in the ground. An option to play around, move around here, or you can always find a little more stillness by coming to the elbows and just softening back, whatever feels good for you. About 5 breaths here. Beautiful. Now coming forward, stacking the shoulders directly above the wrists. So we're going to tuck the left knee in towards the chest, coming into a tiger pose, so really rounding out the upper spine, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take both feet into the fabric. There we go, holding in your plank pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee comes in for a tiger pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. It's not easy. And then right knee comes to the earth. And relaxing here in your alligator pose. All right, now just hopping the right foot forward between the palms. Take both of your hands to the inside of the right foot and then soften both of the knees coming into our runner's lunge. Good option to start dropping and lowering the body down. Again, finding a little movement here side to side. It's always welcome. Just letting it go. Beautiful. Take both of the palms to the earth. We'll come back into our plank pose. So start by straightening out the left leg. Right leg comes in. We'll come up into our piked plank. Hips stack over the shoulders, gazing towards your toes. Nice. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your left knee out, drawing it forward. See if you can step right between the palms, coming into your runner's lunge on the other side. Again, just coming as deeply as you need to. Beautiful. From there, we'll just come forward, take the right foot out, finding a little ragdoll position. And then we'll slowly roll ourselves all the way up. Good. Give yourself a little wiggle around. All right, so we'll turn around to face our fabric. We're going to come into our silk. You can do a fun little angel flip, whichever way you enjoy coming into your silk. I'll just do the simple way, gathering a few handfuls of fabric, turning around, thumbs inside, elbows inside, coming onto my tippy toes and sliding that fabric underneath my bottom. From there, taking the hands behind and out the back, we're going to come into a flying star pose. A really nice hip opener here. So I'll start by taking both of my feet into the fabric, soles of the feet together, knees out wide, like a little butterfly pose, and then grabbing this extra fabric and just sliding it on top of my feet. From there, before I begin, I'm going to take one elbow and then the other elbow all the way out in front of my legs. Let's see if I can just turn around so you can see me. Oh no. Maybe this will work. Here we go. Oh, there we go. For a second. All right, and feel free to stay here if this feels good and you don't want to come into the flying version. If you're going to do the flying version, we'll lift up, reach our hands out the back side, and you want to grab the back post. From there, you need a little momentum and you really need to pull yourself up strong and fast here. Pressing the knees wide into the fabric, I lift up and I pull my head through the fabric. And notice how my hands or arms will catch the post. Once you're there and your chest is out the front, you bend the elbows, hooking the elbows on. Good, so really amazing stretch here. This is our star pose, flying star. And again, really just working on releasing and relaxing through the hips here. The fabric, gently pressing them apart, really finding a nice deep stretch. Nice. From there, to come out. We're going to come into our dove pose next. So you want to grab the fabric posts, and then I'm going to stand up, straightening out the legs, and then begin to sit down. And I want to just sit my bottom right into that loop, or right to the back of that loop. So the fabric is gently cradling my hips, or the top of my hips. I'll continue to straighten out the legs, and then just releasing most of the fabric, holding on just to the last little edge, and then sliding the hands down, 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 until you come into your dove pose. Feel free to bend the knees wide, soles of the feet together for a little bit more release or less intense stretch in the spine. Arms are wide. Good. And now if you're wanting a little more, you can straighten out the legs, interlace the hands behind the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together and draw the palms down towards the ground. Release the hands, reach up for your post, and then real slow, climb your hands up the fabric post. Take a big generous bend in the knees, press them out wide a little bit, and just allow the body to gently fall over the legs. Nice. From there, we'll just take the feet out of the fabric, front side, and then we'll find a side seat. So you're going to grab the post on the right side, lean back, take the right leg up and over, finding your side seat here. Keeping hold of that post, pressing it away, take the right foot up and in to the center of your post, left foot up and in. Good, finding our butterfly pose. Good, so a slight adjustment here. You can have your feet higher or lower. We really want to try and keep a straight spine, so you can lift yourself up to really elevate through the spine, creating this beautiful little cocoon. And then just close the eyes, relax the hands wherever they feel comfortable. And just take a moment to be quiet, a moment to just be with you, with your thoughts, with your body, with your breath. Never underestimating the power of silence and stillness. Really just coming out of our thinking space and tapping into our feeling space. How does your body feel? How does your breath sound? Just noticing how good it feels to simply be here in this moment. Last few breaths. If you'd like to intensify the stretch, you can press the knees wide or take the hands outside and pull the feet in towards you. Maybe draw the forehead down towards the toes. And then here we'll just grab the outside edges of that front post, press it, pull it wide, slide the heels all the way up. And then just wrap the arms around. Give yourself a huge big hug. Nestle your forehead in towards your knees. Squeeze it in. Good, and then draw the hands, slide them up towards the heels, straightening out the legs, drawing the forehead in towards the shins. A nice opening all along the back side of the body, the hamstrings. Release the feet. So we're going to take that post, the post, and just open it out wide. If one side is longer than the other, take your feet to the short side and then let your body fall down to the long side, stretching all the way out. Make sure your whole body is fully enveloped in the fabric. And we'll just take one final stretch here as you extend your arms up and overhead, interlace the fingers, release the first finger, steeple mudra, and then just take a little wiggle side to side. And then allow that movement to come into stillness as you stretch so long from fingertips to toes. And then just let the body surrender and soften. Just allowing yourself at least a few minutes to just be still, working on our ability to find relaxation. Even when our mind or body is wanting to do all these other things, just let it be for a moment longer. Just rest. Feel free to let yourself be here a little longer, however long you need. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Namaste.